Hello guys, it's Theo Goff here, host of the Conquering Dyslexia podcast. Now today, we have a very special episode. Continuing our series here, we are going to speak to Norda. She has a large Instagram page called Norda, the Dyslexic Association Global. Now, I know her personally as someone, you mean as a friend, but her passion, her caring, and her love for helping people with dyslexia because of our own experience truly knows no bounds. And I'm really excited to introduce her today. And we talk for about half an hour on some very valuable stuff about understanding of dyslexia, appreciating, accepting it, overcoming it. But I spoke to her more in depth, more at length at the Conquering Dyslexia Summit. Now you can get access to the Conquering Dyslexic Summit by going to conqueringdyslexia.net/summit. That's conqueringdyslexia.net/summit. Now I hope we enjoy today's episode with Norda. So the big question is this: how can dyslexics like us create a place, a community, a tribe where people at any stage of life can come and solve any challenge, amplify their strengths, and ultimately help them become who they were meant to be, or in other words, conquer their dyslexia? That is the question, and this show is the answer. My name's Theo Goff, and welcome to the Conquering Dyslexia podcast. Hello, Norda.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing really well, thank you. How are you doing? You changed your hair, I noticed.
I'm good, thank you. And hello everyone who's watching us.
Yes, so by the way, guys, I want to chat. I'm going live with Norda right now. So if we have a conversation together, I really feel that like what me and Norda will talk about will be very valuable, because it's like she was on my summit, Conquering Dyslexic Summit, a little while ago. That's going live on the 15th of this month. And what we spoke about was so valuable on that summit, with Norda's experience, with what she went through, and the message she wants to create through now, the work she's done on an Instagram account, the work she's done, you mean, like really to really support and really help dyslexics out there, because she's dyslexic, because she's been through her own struggle. And what I feel will be really valuable to get out of here is like a central feeling that you can accept your dyslexia, like that you can accept it. So Norda, what does accepting your dyslexia mean?
For me, accepting dyslexia is when you know that it's okay because you are dyslexic. When you realize that dyslexia is not something bad, dyslexia is something good for you. And also accepting for me means that I accept myself as a normal person who is just a little bit different than others, and that is okay. Some people, I always said, some people are good in cooking, but they are not good in sports. I'm not good in reading, but I'm good in oral expression and talk with people, communication with people. And yes, for me, that is my acceptance for dyslexia. And when you realize that, when I realized that dyslexia gave me such a beautiful gift and all these beautiful things, that is the most beautiful thing for every dyslexic, when he or she realized that dyslexia is a gift, not something bad. But people in our society always are like exposing that just negativity about dyslexia. Yes, dyslexia in some way have that weaknesses, but also dyslexia gave us strength, because every human being has their own strength, no matter what.
I 100% agree with that, especially like with the strengths and finding out what your strength is. Because you said it yourself, like your strength is talking, verbal. It's not reading and writing, and that's not my strength at all.
And that is fine. Yes.
Yeah. And it's just speaking to people and finding that. But also, I really, really feel that going from a place of, when we say we have dyslexia, having dyslexia is just labeling our difficulties, isn't it? It's labeling our difficulties.
Yes.
And then going
Yes.
through a journey of slowly accepting our dyslexia and finding out what we're actually good at. And like, what are the parts, and how can we start to go through? Like, what was your journey of going through to having dyslexia? I know you spoke about it in the summit, really, really good. Just briefly describe, what was your journey of having dyslexia, and what some of the challenges you faced and some things you realized along the journey that helped you?
My journey with accepting dyslexia started about 3 years ago, when I was in a really bad situation with my self-esteem, with my school and everything. And I have really hard time. And my mom and I, we start research and learn about dyslexia. And we realized that dyslexia is more than just reading, writing, and spelling, math, etc. And in that journey, my journey with dyslexia, this year is 10 years as I'm diagnosed with dyslexia. And I was diagnosed in 3rd grade at the age 9. And you see, I want to say, first year of my dyslexia journey was totally negative. Like totally. Everything in my life which was negative, I connect that with dyslexia. Today is not like that. And I want to say, today, as a person, I build my opinion about dyslexia, because you see, it's not easy to change yourself. Just I decide one day to change myself. That is not like that. You need to put so many effort in that, work, and really work hard to change yourself. I had sometimes really bad days when I was like, oh my God, I can't do it, and really bad. But in that days, I realized that I changed myself as a person when I said, okay, I can't do some things, but I can do other things on my own way. And for me, that is a really big part which show me that I changed myself.
Yeah.
And I want to say to every dyslexic who watch this, find your own way, way how you will change yourself. My story is my story. Your story is yours. So we are not same persons. We are connected with dyslexia, but we are not same. And you choose what kind of transformation you will have. I hope that you understand me.
It makes
so good, but I try my best to understand. And in that journey, I decided to open my Instagram and to start talk about my dyslexia. And I want to share with people, and this summit is about how to accept your dyslexia and how to spread the knowledge about dyslexia, because this is really important. And I'm really happy because I'm part of this summit. Thank you, Theo, so much. because I met on Instagram so many incredible people like you and other dyslexics which you have your own story, I have mine, but I am so happy because I can say I learned something new from you and from so many dyslexics, but I can say our community is so different, and I learned that every human being different, but we are same. And I'm really happy because I don't feel alone in this community. And I'm really happy that we need this community. And that is special because when I read some message that my post or someone else post helps someone to change, to accept their dyslexia, that is really big and really important thing for me because I know that I help someone and that my journey can help someone to start their own because dyslexia is really hard sometimes, but it's so beautiful sometimes. My experience with dyslexia first was hard, but now it's beautiful because every negative thing in life can become positive.
Can you speak to me? Like, I love the fact when you're talking, I can tell by the way, guys, so this English isn't her first language. So you mean I understand you completely. But so you're doing amazing on that, just like you did on the summit. I remember you saying. But I want to know because I can tell that you're such a giving person. When you're talking, it's all about giving. You mean I know there's something that you want to be a nurse because you want to give to more people. You want to give. That's why you've got this Instagram account. That's why you're working really hard to help others. But I want to know, like, where did this come from? Like, why do you want to help people with dyslexia? Because I know it's like the struggles you face, but what did you learn through going through the struggle? When you had the struggles of dyslexia, what did you learn about yourself? What did it give you? The strengths, like the strengths and the positive stuff, the struggles of dyslexia gave you.
First, that I like every dyslexic. I struggled in school. Every dyslexic struggled in school. But my struggles in school, I didn't get proper help like other dyslexics. I wasn't so lucky, but I was lucky in part that I have really supportive mom. And she's a really big part of my page and my journey. And I want to say that my struggles in school show me what feeling when you are alone in the journey through schooling, when you don't have proper support, and when people don't understand you. And my dyslexia bring me to my way to become a nurse because I decided to help someone who can't do something. Because when a person is sick, we dyslexics are not sick, but we can't do reading. And some sick person can't walk or can't eat by himself or herself. And if I can help someone, that person is such a little thing, but for me it's big. In my schooling, I changed six schools, and I have so many teachers. But I have this one teacher who tried to understand me and try to help me, and that experience really really helped me to decide what I want. And in that moment, I decided to help others. And why
was that?
Can you repeat? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
What moment? You said you had that teacher that was really helping you. And you said, in that moment, I decided to help others. Could you describe for us in a bit more detail, what was that moment?
I was fourth grade then, and I changed my, that teacher was in my third school. I think so, yeah, my third school, I need count. And she was really supportive and she really helped me. In that time, I was really passionate to help other people. But when I changed other schools, I didn't have that feeling. It was in me, but it was high somewhere in my soul. I can describe that like that. And when I was 8th grade, 3 years my mom and I we talk about what I will do for a living and all these things. And always was in my head that I don't get proper support. And when I listen to other people experience in hospital, I was like, that is the most beautiful thing, and that is the closest job which I can do to help people. And I realized that, and when I finished my 1st grade, my 2nd grade of high school, I was more sure that I want to help others, and that I want to learn them something new, help them, support them, give them support, not just hope, support, and just keep going. When you help someone, you feel so beautiful inside yourself. When I come in hospital and when I help some of my patients, I feel so beautiful because I help some really to eat her lunch, and that is so beautiful for me. Also, when I come on my Instagram account and when I give advice to someone, and when someone gives advice to me, and that is beautiful because we help each other, we build each other, we build our mind. In these 2 years, now 2 years will be of my Instagram page, I met so many beautiful people. I said that, but I learned so many things, and I changed my mindset because of that. And if I can, and I will do everything to help you, to help others to find themselves. That's everything. And just keep going, people, because life is hard. Life is really hard sometimes. But as I said in our conversation on Summit, in every day, maybe it will be worst day in your life, you did something good. You surely are. You that day when you asked me that I talk, that I share my story with you, you did for me really beautiful things.
Thank you.
That because I was so scared. I started to learn English really passionate about a year ago. And I was like, oh, I need to learn that. And when you said that you want me to talk with you, I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. And that is my old way of thinking. And I was like, no, I can't do this. But when are you scared? And when are you feeling lost sometimes? But we need to learn how to control our feelings, because feelings are really important. And we dyslexics have that really strong feelings, I'm sorry, and we need to learn how to control them. Yes, in that my journey, I want to say I learned 3 beautiful things. I learned 4. I learned how to control my feelings, how to be disciplined and organized, and how to be proud dyslexic. And I want for every dyslexic that to be proud people. And love yourself because you are different, and different is okay. And yes.
I love that so much, and I love how we transitioned from talking about the struggles we had, and then talking about you helping others, and this drive and this sort of like decision that you made when you were a lot younger, saying, I want to help others because I've had help, because I've had struggle, because I know what it feels like to not be able to do things. So I want to help other people do things. It's an incredible thing. And I know the reason I'm doing this and working really hard with dyslexia, just like you, and really want to make an impact, because I want to help people just like you. But guess what that does? And you talked about it. It helps your mindset, because you can't help others if you haven't helped yourself first. You can't help others conquer their dyslexia. You can't help others improve their dyslexia, overcome challenges, unless you are overcoming challenges in your own life. Because I know for me, it's made me grow massively in this. I've had so many challenges, but because I wanted to do them to help others like you getting on this summit, filming when, oh no, I have to speak English, I can't do this. This is one way of thinking. It's like our fear, but then with this need and this drive to help others, be like, okay, I want to do this. I have to overcome this. I can do this. And that's a mindset shift. And I always feel that you said controlling our emotions is so important. I would say controlling our emotions is everything. That's the basis of how we can start improving our dyslexia. Like when we're having challenges with our dyslexia, and they're diverse. They can be in the classroom, they can be socially, they can be at home, they can be on the computer. All the time we face these challenges, the challenges are there, but how are we going to deal with them that counts? And all that comes down to our emotions, our mind, our thoughts. So I really agree with what you said there. So valuable. And it's about because you want to be helping so many people, and that's why you're on the summit and helping them, supporting them. And we know, because I'm on this summit, there's a wide range of people from all different backgrounds, just like you, on there, from all these different parts of the world, parts of the world, speaking English, which isn't their first language, and really wanting to help the people. But all these people have been through their own journey, whether like having dyslexia, going to 6 schools like yourself, or not getting diagnosed too late, or wanting to help their child improve it. All these people from all these different areas. So what would you say to people watching on this Instagram live? People, okay, I've got dyslexia, I've got these challenges, I want to improve it. How valuable would the Conquering the summit that's happening, that you are on the 15th, in that less than 2 weeks time, how valuable it for them to be on? And if they don't want to go, what would you say to them to kind of to make them go, if you think it's a good idea?
Sorry, can you repeat?
No worries.
Can you repeat?
I get on this track. For example, because you're on this Conquering Dyslexic Summit with so many other great, amazing people. For people who people who are on the fence of joining, or should I join this summit? Should I get a step-by-step plan to overcome my challenges? What would you say to them to kind of push them over the edge, or motivate them to go?
I will give advice to everyone. You need to go to our summit, because you will meet so many dyslexics, so many different stories, and so many different experiences. And you, like me, can learn from them how one dyslexic feel about their dyslexia, and how they will learn so many beautiful things, like how they learn, how they struggle, and how they fix their problems with dyslexia. And you'll hear so many amazing stories, and you will hear about other countries, what situation is in Russia, in Norway, in Egypt, in England, and you will learn something new. And every day of our life is learning. And everyone who watching this, you need to go to the summit and to learn something new about dyslexia. Because the summit is the place where you will have so many dyslexics, so many different stories, but so many knowledge and so many new information. And you will feel like you are at home and with your friends who talk about their experience with dyslexia, and you will go, oh, I understand. Oh, that's me. And yes, you need to join us on Summit, and you really need to come and see, because knowledge is beautiful thing and experience is beautiful thing, and we want to give you dyslexics who working with courage and support to start talk about your own story. And we want to share our story with you and join us.
Completely love that so much. And by the way, guys, it's completely free. We're not asking for anything. Me, Norda, and everyone else did that out of the kindness of their own heart. That's what we're saying about giving. So just go on. I think on your account, you've got the little link, haven't you, on your little
website?
Yes,
I have link on my account, and you have on
link
on your account.
Yeah, so I click on that. You tell you, okay, you click on that. Okay, you tell you how to basically sign up. Completely free, not asking for anything. I just noticed, Alexander, sorry about this. I haven't talked because I've noticed you've been posting things in here. Sorry, I haven't. You asked a few questions, but the last one was how can we make our brains learn more easily? Norda, have you got an answer for that? For Alexander?
I will say to Alexander that our brains learn different. And you need to find areas in which you are good. For example, Matt talked about that he's really good in drawing. And he learned that he's drawing things. And he learned on that way. He's visual. I learn on that way that I talk myself and explain myself my chapter, which I need to learn. And if you want to learn something, you need to find which way of learning is for you. That is my opinion. And when you find your good area, you're good in talking, use your voice and learn on that way. If you're good in sports, walk around the room and use your hand, your motor skills, and learn in that way. If you are good in writing, if you don't have dyscalculia, dysgraphia, sorry, you can write, and you have so many ways. But when are you dyslexic, you need to find, that is my experience, you need to find your own way, but you can find your way of learning when you know what is your strength. And you can use your strength to learn new things. I use my communication skills to learn, and someone use drawing, someone use writing, someone use sports. You need to find your way. And when I realized that I'm really good in talking, I really easily learned my my chapters and all the things I need to learn for school. And my grades changed my attitude about learning. And yes, you need to concentrate on your good side and use them to learn new things. Yes, that is my answer.
I completely agree with that so much, and it's about just testing what you said. Try all these different things. Okay, this is my way of learning. You learn from speaking to yourself. This person learned this way, and I would say there's no rule book. You know what I mean? To learning, the biggest thing that I've learned from this summit, chatting to all these dyslexic people, is that they hate going through school, but when it gets to the point when they're sort of like older, when they reach 18, when they're in university, when it's like, okay, learn your own way, that's when dyslexics can thrive, because they throw out the rule book on how you're supposed to learn, about going to class, about doing all these traditional things, and learning whatever way works for you. The things that I feel really like that dyslexics struggle with, and that really sort of like builds momentum for dyslexics, is talking to people, having the courage, going up there and asking questions, finding people like that you want to learn from, and asking question after question after question. And the biggest way I can kind of talk about this and describe this is that learning is your responsibility. You can learn, you are smart, no ways that you're dumb. You only may think that you're not smart because the way you've been learning hasn't been good for you. The way you're learning hasn't been the way you designed. Yeah?
Yes, we can learn, sorry for interrupting, we can learn, but we learn in different ways.
100%.
And that is totally okay. Everyone learns that they just read the chapter. I can't learn on that way, but I can learn on other ways, and that is just fine. And don't feel ashamed because you don't learn like others. No, you're born this way. Nature creates us in that way, and that is totally cool. And we have just little problems to find in what kind of way we learn. And yes, just keep going, keep learning about dyslexia. That is for every dyslexic. Really important to learn about dyslexia and to build their emotional, mental part of brain, mental part of mind. Because when you build that mental part, emotional part yourself, you change your opinion about dyslexia, about life, about everything. And my goal is that to help every dyslexic, and there's this summit is because of that, to help other dyslexics to really research themselves deeply and to find their own way of thinking and learning and expressing emotions and everything, and just keep going, people, and never give up. Never give up, because you think I can't read and I need to give up. No, just go, fight for yourself, because you are first in your life and you can influence on yourself. If you can influence on some other human with your experience, do that. Encourage others, because we need to support each other. Because without support we can't do it. Because we are humans learn at the beginning of our lives that we live in community. We build beautiful community on Instagram, and we need every dyslexic to be each other's support. And yes, the
100%.
emotional support, and we all have really, sometimes we have really bad days, but after bad days, the sun will come and everything will be fine.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you so much. Like about the support, about everything really, but just leading off for about the support part. You mean like supporting people? Like we as dyslexics are like a community. We as dyslexics have common challenges, and there's common solutions to solve them. And that's why me and Norda, you mean sort of like has this dyslexic summit for you, completely. Just finishing off here, completely free to attend. Click the link, you mean my or Norda's bio.
Go see and learn something new.
Yep. 100%. Learn something new, be supportive in this environment, learn other people, and also all the people like Norda and so many others, I have their social media links on the summit. So for example, say, oh, this person's really valuable, I learned so much, I want to message her to maybe have a chat with her someday down the line. And then they'll go, okay, so you can mess those people. So it's just like having, having like 20 other Nordas in your Instagram, so you can message them and you can interact with them. It feels so valuable. I've really enjoyed this, guys. I really enjoyed chatting to you, Norda. Is there any last words?
Thank you so much for having me and to give me opportunity to be part of Summit and to learn something new. And I'm so happy about that. And I wish you all the best here. You really do a great job. And yes, thank you for sharing your experience.
No worries. Thank you so much, Norda. Take care, guys. Hope to do this again with you, Norda, soon, if that's all right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect, Norda. Take care, guys.
Yes, bye.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Now, I got something really exciting I want to share with you. Over the last 5 years, I've been absolutely obsessed with learning everything I can about dyslexia and how they can overcome their challenges and maximize their strengths. And I've been spending many hours on many days scouring the internet to find solutions to the problems. And I found many solutions. So over quarantine, I was thinking, what if I scour the internet again? What if I go through every last resource that I've been through before and take everything that's useful and put it into one place? And that's how I filled up a lot of my time in quarantine. I scoured the internet and found all the most inspirational, all the most informational, all the most useful videos about dyslexia out there and put them all into one place, so you don't have to waste time scouring the internet to find solutions to your problems, so you know there's only one place to go. And this thing I created is called the Dyslexia Black Book. You can get it at conqueringdyslexia.net/Black Book. Now, I'm wanting to offer this to you and present this to you completely for free because I want to save you time. I want to save you time so scouring the internet and not finding the answers like I've done. If you go to conqueringdyslexia.net/Black Book, Conquering Dyslexia Black Book, you'll find it. Or guys, you can just click the link in this episode description to find it. But yeah, guys, that's the special message I wanted to share with you today.